I looked at another one of yours, and it's good because it inspires me because I have some that can go with this one. So tell me about breaking your testicle with a skateboard.
All right, so first off, when people hear skateboard, they think I was doing something cool, like I was skateboarding. So I couldn't really skateboard that well, but what we figured out is I had Allen wrench, so we just took the trucks off, and then we put 550 cord through the things, and we tie our feet to it and jump off the roof onto the trampoline and do fucking tricks, you know? I'd grab that shit, do a backflip, and then it never landed. But no, after a while, we were like, all right, we're pretty good at that tied-in shit, so I tried untied. And I was doing some kick flips and shit on the trampoline. I was like, all right, we're going off the roof now, bitches. So I'm like, off the roof. It's hard to get a skateboard to slide on shingles. It seems like a good idea, but I don't know how you do it. So you're just kind of going, and it looks like you're inventing a new shitty dance move, and you just keep doing it, and then you fall, and your whole goal is just to stay with the board. So I kept one foot on the board, tried to grab it, my hand slipped, it fucking hits my little testicle. Turns out that board's longer than my legs. That's how short I was at the time. And it pushed I think it was my right nut. I'll have to have her check it out tonight. But I think it was my right nut. But it pushed one up into, basically, you know how your dick goes kind of into you a little bit? Like your dick starts closer to your asshole, really. It like pushed up to where my penis is on my taint and fucking snapped my ball into two pieces. It sounds rough. That's because it was. So I went in the house and I laid on the couch crying like a little bitch, and my brother was making fun of me, and my mom goes, hey, I don't know much about balls, but do you think you need to go to the doctor? And this is the first time, like, at my house, you're a pussy if you go to the doctor. I was like, yes, ma'am, I do. Please. And then I didn't think about the fact when you got to go to the doctor to get your balls looked at, they want to look at your fucking balls. So this nice old man had to inspect my testicles, and then he said, all right, looks like everything's probably fine. Technically, it's not a full break. And I'm like, how is that good news? So my ball has healed a little misshapen, but it's good. It's about a 90% split, but basically think of like when you're trying to cut logs, you're trying to split firewood, and you just don't make it all the way to the bottom. It's just kind of like that. So my ball was just kind of like that, and it ended up like this.
You got a heart-shaped nut.
I got kind of a heart-shaped nut. I'll show you later at the show if you want to.
No,
it's mostly feel. You can't really see it. You gotta feel it because like it's a nut. It's in the sack.
Yeah, I know how nuts work.
That's what I tell bitches, you know. No, that one's sensitive. Anyway, the doctor said, hey, I can do this or you can do this, but you're gonna have to take a flashlight. I shit you not. You're gonna have to take a flashlight and look through your sack to see if there's any parts floating around in there for the next 6 months or so. So every week or so, my mom would remind me to go shine a flashlight through my nutsack. True story. I had to put my dad's Maglite. I never thought about it until it was right now, actually. I was putting my dad's fucking high-end Maglite flashlight under my nutsack. I wasn't showering for this either. I was just doing it midday. And then you got to look for like particles. That's it. There were no particles. We're good. It's all one nut.
I'm going to be honest with you. I've never thought about putting a flashlight under my sack until now.
It looks pretty cool.
I kind of want to see if I can see through mine.
You ever seen like a bat wing or anything? It's the same thing as a bat wing.
Yeah.
It's veiny. It's cool. It's fun, dude. Every man in here tonight and this little boy, they're going to go home and they're going to put a fucking flashlight. It's going to be his dad's flashlight. His dad's a cop. He's going to take his dad's Surefire flashlight, put that shit under his balls, and burn his retina because his ball sack's still not developed. It's going to fucking hit him.
I've had a lot of testicle damage in my day. So at some point in my childhood, I decided I wanted to ride bulls. My two major injuries is one time I'd gotten bucked off one, and I was on my hands and knees scrambling, trying to get up, and he comes up behind me, and he just scoops me with his horn. So it comes up between my legs, and he just kind of picks me up and throws me. Which sounds horrible, but it's also not nearly as bad as it fucking could have been. But it is the equivalent of getting kicked in the nuts by an NFL kicker. Like it was brutal. So I've heard guys brag about, Jude, I got the biggest balls in here. Bitch, I've had the biggest balls in the room, and fuck it, you can keep them. That shit sucks. I was still in high school. I had to go to school every day wearing sweatpants or wind pants, and I carried an ice pack with me everywhere I went. It was absolutely brutal.
Why does that hurt more than my story? Like, that hurt my balls, and my ball thing happened to my balls.
Next one sounds even worse, way less painful.
Okay.
Again, I was in a practice pen. We were getting on a bunch of practice bulls, and I landed on my back, and I was scuffling backwards trying to get away. As the bull turns around, he steps right between my legs. Now, I don't know if y'all know this. You know how dogs got that dew claw on the back? Bulls have that too, only theirs, with 2,000 pounds of pressure, cut like a razor. So it cuts my pants and my sack. So then I stand up and I take off running. How many of y'all didn't know this? Your testicles are attached by a cord, right?
I knew that.
Well, when you jump up and take off running, and you've got a rip or a cut in it, you just got a nut hanging out by its cord, and that son of a bitch is down here bouncing off your blue jeans while you're trying to run. Then I go over and I sit on the side of, we drove a minivan. What we went down the road in. I'm sitting on the, we had the sliding door open. I'm sitting on the edge of the step. I got my feet open. I'm looking at my nut. It's hanging about half the distance from me to the ground. And I'm like, I don't fucking know what to do. My buddy doesn't want to touch it because that would be gay. So he reaches over and he grabs a stick. And he takes the stick and flips my nut back up into my jeans for me. And to the hospital we went, and I got 7 stitches in the bottom of my sack to hold my nuts back in.